Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. Today I'm going to give you my top 5 Wii U games that are pretty underrated. The Wii U has just died, God rest its soul. The Nintendo Switch is here, but there's still a lot of games out there you can get on the reel for pretty cheap at GameStop. Now's the time to collect for the Wii U. I think it was a great system. Without any further ado, I'm going to pull up 5 games that I think you definitely should check out that nobody really ever talked about. Number 1 is the wonderful 101. Now, how to describe this game? This is quirky as all hell. You control a unit of over 100 characters plus one, the wonderful 101, and it's basically like you unite your characters together to morph and attack superhero style. You know, you save, you run through the city. There's everything from morphing into a sword, a hammer. There's creative control aspects of this game. The enemies are awesome. The cartoony graphics are just wonderful. This truly was, in my opinion, an underrated Wii U game, and it's pretty cheap. Don't know how uncommon it is now. When I got it, it was pretty fairly uncommon, but really cheap at the same time. I haven't seen this in stores in a while. It is made by Platinum Games, so you can't go wrong with that. They make pretty good action type of games. This kind of is like Pikmin 3 a little bit, but with superheroes and cute little graphics and stuff. It's definitely worth a look. I wasn't disappointed in it. I actually think I should get some more playtime in it, to be quite honest, but from what I saw, quite enjoyable. Not enough people talk about it. Next up is Scribblenauts Unlimited, and before people kind of laugh about this because this looks like a kiddie game, it's actually quite fun. It's puzzle solving. Basically, you figure out what kind of thing your character needs to draw in order to solve the puzzles and get these like star type of things, and you got to kind of use your noggin in order to figure out how to solve, you know, the levels and stuff. But the graphics, I think, are very charming. There's a lot about this game that is very underrated. The fact that there's a lot of interaction. It reminds me of a lot of those old school type of DOS games and stuff like Boy and His Blob, where you gotta really think outside the box to kind of figure things out. You can create certain objects, you can assign certain properties to them, things like that. This is a game that was rather cheap on the Wii U. It's something that is definitely worth a look, in my opinion. Next up, I got Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. This kind of spawned out of Super Mario 3D Land with the Captain Toad levels, where you kind of have a weird 3D gyroscopic type of environment to navigate Captain Toad through. They made a full-fledged game out of it, and what makes it unique is that there's no jumping mechanics at all in this game, but there's ways to get Toad to go where you want. It's another puzzle game that offers a good amount of content. It is kind of short, but it has that Mario charm, and this time around it's Captain Toad. It's also compatible with the Toad amiibo. It's a load of fun. It's definitely worth a look, and it's actually kind of cheap. It wasn't a full retail title, and I actually quite enjoyed it. Check it out. Now we got Rayman Legends, which is a pretty good platforming game made by Ubisoft. I think Rayman is actually a very underrated mascot character. As far as games go, this one is awesome. There is a lot of content on here, and it utilizes the Wii U gamepad to its fullest extent. There's all sorts of interesting types of levels. There's musical levels, auto-scrolling levels, levels that you gotta swipe and turn and twist and use the gamepad, all sorts of variety of ways. But Rayman also has that classic charm. The graphics of it are very charming. I love it very much. Think it's pretty good. Definitely a title that is worth a look. It's about 25-30 bucks, but it's well worth the investment. And last but not least, Pikmin 3. I actually wish I would have gotten to review this game when I first got it, but I was so busy at the time. I feel this is, bar none, a must-own title for the Wii U. And this was my first Pikmin game. I didn't explore the other Pikmin titles until after I played this. Everything about this game touched my heart. Very cute. It makes you think. It's very challenging. You basically control a group of astronauts as they explore different alien planets to get food and berries, but you use the Pikmin that you find on each planet to your advantage. There's different types of Pikmin that do certain things. There's winged Pikmin, there's rock Pikmin, there's Pikmin that can't get electrocuted, and then there's water Pikmin and just Pikmin that are fire resistant and stuff, and you use them to get access to the food and the fruit and stuff that you find on the level. But you also got to be careful when they encounter enemies, because some of them could die off pretty easily. There's a lot of puzzle aspects, which that's funny that most of these games I'm recommended are puzzlers, but it's a very fun challenge. You can't go wrong with Pikmin 3. It was commanding a high price for quite a while, actually, because it was kind of out of print, but I think they re-released it for the Wii U, like Nintendo Selects, so it's a little bit easier to find. I think it is, bar none, a must-own. It's probably one of the best titles I've ever seen on the Wii U, and it's definitely worth a look. And well, guys, these are my 5 titles that I definitely recommend for the Wii U that are definitely underrated. Sure, the system's time has come and gone, but there's plenty of great games out there that people don't talk about that you could discover for very cheap, and I highly recommend them. You won't be disappointed. And well, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace out.